Hi, ladies. Happy Saturday. Hi, everybody. I hope you are doing great. It's a beautiful Saturday here in California. And I have a special guest with us today, my good friend, just an amazing person with a big heart, Belma Mirvic. And I wanted to invite her for a quick conversation today. Welcome, Belma. Great to see you.
Oh, thank you, Elle. You're very kind. I appreciate your words. And I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. So tell us about, let's just jump into it.
Mhm.
Tell us about a little bit about you, where you're from, your background. Yeah, where you from, your background.
Sure. Yeah, I would love to tell you more about it. So I'm originally from Bosnia. I grew up there. I came to United States 10 years ago. So I went to college there. I was there through all time. During the war, lots of people think they don't know what's the war situation, but the war ended a long time ago, and I really love living there. But I feel blessed to have two countries. I love living in the United States, especially in California, and I loved living in Bosnia. But there are like few things interesting about Bosnia, and I think that's made me who I am and why I love Woman of the World and why I love being in this country, beautiful country with people from all over the world. We're called Bosnia. A lot of people don't know. It's called Jerusalem of the Europe. So we have, yeah, we have it just in 10 minutes walk. You can find mosque, synagogue. You can find, different churches. They can be Catholic or Orthodox. So there are like different religions, different people, and we all in my city where I'm from, Sarajevo, we all get along. So that's one of the really interesting thing that people don't know. And another thing is that we are we have really mixed cultures. So we have our histories that we have Ottoman power in Austro-Hungarian. So if you ever visit Bosnia, you'll see that there's like some parts of they look like Turkish, and that's actually a lot of my culture is Turkish, and then we have Austrian buildings. So it's really fun, and I think I think that's how I am. I love seeing people with different religions, different backgrounds, different countries. So that's a little bit about my background. I don't want to always people think, oh, wars. There's still war there.
Mhm.
The war did happen, and it's really sad. But there are other fun things, and I think this is who I am because of the history of my country.
Wow, I did not know that. I didn't
Yeah,
know that. Um,
lots of people don't know.
Jerusalem in Europe. I love it. Yeah, that's so awesome. And I didn't know that you have Turkish in you because I'm also Tatar, so we are related. Turns out,
Wow.
another connection between us. Love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for like. See, I learned something in this 2 minute conversation. Jerusalem, I never knew that. That's
Yeah, yeah.
I want to visit. I want to visit.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, we should go together. I'll take you with me. I'll show you everything. I
Yes.
grew up there. I know every single corner. I know things are changing all the time, but and I still remember it really well. So I'll be more than happy to take you with me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I love it.
Mhm.
So I guess that's what I wanted to ask you. One thing that's unique to your country, to your country and your culture that you want to share with us. Something that's it might be a hard question because I think today a lot of cultures really intermingled, but there is always something that's unique too. That's predominantly, or it maybe comes from your culture. Maybe some I don't know whatever it is, maybe it's food, maybe it's cultural belief, maybe it's cultural tradition. If there is something that you want to share that's unique to where you're from.
Yeah, besides what I already mentioned, I think what's so unique about Bosnians, even though everything that we went through, war and all the past that we had, I think we're very positive, and we always make fun of ourselves. That's how I would say. Like we always make jokes, but we're making fun of ourselves, and to us that's fine. And I love that. Like we're very positive. We are always, as I said, even through the war and everything we went through, we're still, I have relatives, and when we talk, we're just making fun of it. it sounds like so crazy, but I think that's what makes us so unique. We're still like here, we're happy, we're positive. So these are some of the unique thing about how we think and who we are as a people.
Mm-hmm. 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 I think it's so important to be able to laugh at ourselves.
Exactly, right?
I think it's I think a lot of people forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we look at life from that angle, or at specific situation in life that we are facing, a specific challenge, if we look at it from the point of a little bit of humor, or if we find a little bit of humor, it's just the whole complexity of the situation, I think, goes down.
Exactly.
Especially if we're able to laugh at ourselves, that's so important.
Yeah, and especially like my mom, she raised me to never forget what happened, the war. I was only 7 when war happened with all this. We used to be Yugoslavia, one country, and then in 90s that we all separated. There were 5 different countries. We became independent. So it's really sad, and I don't want to live my life thinking all about sad things. We should never forget, and I'm teaching my son the history, and he should know. And you're the one who also helped me to tell the history to people in America too, and to people from other countries. But we have to always be positive and see life with different eyes, not just focusing on that negative. And my mom, even though my friends, so the war was mostly because of different religions, and I grew up with one of my best friends. They're not Muslims, and my mom, she always taught us just to appreciate each other because of who we are, what kind of people we are, not just because what kind of what is our religion and what is our background. So that's I really appreciate that my mom raised me that way, and that's what I'm teaching my son too. Just appreciate people for who they are and what they do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And definitely, Belma, by the way, Belma is one of the co-authors of our upcoming anthology, Women of the World Network anthology. And she shares her amazing story about the war. And when I've read it just, I don't know, I've read that story. I'm like, wow, that's amazing how one person goes through that and still maintaining everything that you have, and that this for life, and that attitude that you have, your positivity and everything. Yeah, check out Belma's story in our upcoming book too. I mean, she shares a lot of the whole war situation. I cannot imagine.
Yeah, well, thank you all for letting me do this. Because of you, I'm so happy we met. I feel like it was a destiny. I can see my story, and it's just it was an amazing journey since I know you. It's been almost what 9 months. So yeah, I'm so happy.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
So, share with us what is your passion? What do you love doing day to day? Thank you for sharing a little bit about your background. What's your passion? What's kind of drives you every day? Wake up and do what you love to do.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I have a little toddler, little son. So he's really the reason I do everything. I wake up everything first thing in the morning. It's him. I think like every mom. But another thing that I'm really passionate is my job, and I really love what I do. I'm financial advisor, and my passion is really empowering others with information so they have comfort and confidence to live the life they want. So a little bit more about my background and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So because we grew up, majority of cultures is Muslim, and I don't know, was it because we're Bosnians or because we're Muslims? But my mom, because she's a woman, she didn't have a chance to get education. She had to stay home. She was 2 when her mom died, and her father never got married. So she had to take care of her dad, of her brother, and she had aunts, but they never got married too. They didn't have their own children. So when it came time to go to school, to college, her brother did have chance to go to college, but she didn't. She had to stay home and take care of them. So that's one thing. And during the war, so my mom got married and she had me and my brother. And then during the war, she was only 27, and my dad was 27 as well when he died. So she took care of me and my brother alone. We lost house, we lost everything, and she was able to rebuild the house. And she always worked. So she's really my inspiration. Every time I think I want to be independent, I want to teach others to be independent. I always think about her. She's the one who inspires me. She's the one because of her, I want to be this strong, independent woman and teach other women to be independent as well. These days, it's a fact in the United States, but everywhere else, the women, we live longer and we make less money. I know we're trying to be equal, but it's hard. I still feel that we're not there. Majority of, like even in finance, like, being financial advisor, just like a few years ago, when you walk to the room of in a meeting, it's all guys. It was always, it was male dominant. So things are changing. I'm very happy about it, but I want to be here for women to be independent, to be able to take care of themselves, not depending on their husbands, and not being able, some marriages unfortunately are not working, but I heard so many cases that they don't even can get divorced because they're financially, they can't. So that's really my passion. And it's all because I feel I saw this from my mom, and she taught me all these values and to be independent no matter what happens. So these are really things I'm passionate. It's my job, and my son. Of course, my husband comes to the picture. I couldn't do all this without his support. He helps me a lot with my son, and I know that he's safe when he's with him, so I can focus on my work.
I love it. I love that passion, and I completely agree with you. Yeah, when it comes to women and money, and we had one of the conversations at our Culture Connects. It's such a big area where education is so key, and you are strong and independent already. I love your passion. I completely agree. I love what you do for women. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So yeah, as we conclude, if there's something else that you didn't share with us, feel free to share with us. And also, when we'll put it in the comments as well, how ladies can find you. But yeah, share how they can find you, how they can reach out to you as well and connect with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think my world is I love my job. I love my family. So these are the two things I wake up in the morning. These are the first two things. I wake up thinking about it, and I go to sleep thinking about it.
Awesome. And how can they find you? I guess we'll put it in the comments here.
Yeah, I can say so. You can find me in my office. My office is in Walnut Creek. It's Atrium Building in Walnut Creek. But another way is my email. It's belma.mirvic@edwardjones.com. You can also find me on LinkedIn or Facebook. You can look it up, Belma Mirvic with Edward Jones. And I can also put my phone number. That's also, you can text or call. My number is cell phone. It's 925-293-6531. So I'll be more than happy to, just have a conversation with anybody who's interested to talk about, anything that's on their mind when it comes to their finance. But not even that, I'm very open-minded. I love talking to people. That's who I am. So if you want to talk about anything, I'm more than happy to talk with you.
You are. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Belma. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I'm excited for everything that's coming up for you and for us and the projects that we're working on. Thank you, ladies, for joining us today. Feel free to connect with Belma, and we'll post her contact information here as well. And we see you at our meetings, at our upcoming meetings. Thank you, Belma. Everybody.
Thank you, Elle. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.